What's up, you guys? Today I wanted to do a deck profile of Minerva. I've been playing it for a little while now, and I finally think that I found a list that I really actually like overall for consistency and for competitive play. For starter, we play the Battle Maiden. I like her over Vivid Rabbit just because I really hate having a 4K Forerunner. Uh, because really, if they ride a 7K and you ride a 7K, because they have that extra 1000 power, you have to guard 10 early game. And against decks like Nobel, I really like to guard early just to kind of secure that extra damage not being done. Uh, so for triggers, I was messing around with 12 crit for a little while, but I think that 12 crit's too much. Uh, 8's not enough, that kind of thing. So I'm playing 4 heals, uh, only one that we have, 4 Lemon Witch, 4 more Battle Maiden. I'm playing 1 Cyber Tiger. I'm actually playing 3 Bandit Dannies. Um, Overall, I don't think that the trigger lineup needs to be any certain way. It's really up to player preference, which is what one thing that I like about this deck. Where some decks you kind of have to play either 8-4, 7-5, that kind of thing. Um, I was playing 4 Perfect Shields originally, but I ended up going with 3 Kushinada and 1 Aegis just because I really like. You have a lot of open counterblast in this deck, and that's really what the thing is. That Kushanada is great, but it's still a drop 2 from hand, whereas Aegis can be that emergency card. And Soul Charging 7 with Cider isn't that bad, but I don't think that it should be like the main focus of this deck or anything like that. So 4 shields. I'm playing 3 Valencia. Uh, Soul Charge consistency. It really helps when you don't ride Angelica. You just miss the break rides or you're stuck on Minerva. Helps to soul charge with Battle Maiden. That way, as long as you're not at 4 damage by the time you ride to grade 3, there is horrible glare on that. But you're able to survive and kind of thrive actually with this and with grapes. But so I play 3 Valencia. I play 3 Cider. I don't actually see this card that much. Like when I do, it's great, but overall, it's something that I feel like you kind of have to have in the deck just in case you have to guard with Melissa, Chamomile, Orange, or Grapes, just because otherwise you're just wasting the cards. Uh, I play 2 Melissa, and in original testing, I thought that this card would be much more important. You'd have to play 4, and you'd have to play 4 Chamomile because I thought that the whole point of the deck was to really rush with Minerva and then get these out of Soul and use your Counterblast to make new standing 16 columns, but didn't really work out that way, and I found that playing Owl is much better, which I play 2 of. It's kind of situational just because you only do play 2. If you get it, it's great. It's great for boosting rear guards or anything like that. Helps not deck out, which I really like. I haven't had too many problems decking out with this build, um, just because it's not running. I saw some decks playing 6 draw with 2 quintet walls, and I just couldn't handle it. But emergency, if you're losing or you start to go into time and you're about to deck out, Owls help out, and the +5 to rearguard or vanguard as long as they have Regalia and their name is really great. So grade 2s is kind of standard. Uh, for 12k for Jupiter, it's nothing too special. It's a 12k only on turn 3 or 4 after turn 3. But 12k after turn 3, it's not the worst thing in the world. Uh, Play 4 grapes. So, like I said, I thought the chamomile was going to be much more important, and when she wasn't, I found that consistency becomes much more important than, having a 9k get called out of soul when it can't hit anything. So I play 4 grapes for consistency, and then I play 3 chamomile for playtech. Like I said, it's not my favorite card, and I thought that it was much more important, but I think that out of the options, I like it better than a 10k or the 11k Battle Maiden. And finally, for grade 3s, I play 4 Angelica and 4 Minerva. I was doing a 4-3 line for a really long time, but overall, I think that by having 4 with owls and being able to shuffle everything, what I really wanted to do with this deck was make it as consistent as possible, just because there are a lot of games where if you miss the break ride completely and you're stuck on Minerva, there's not much you can do until you have a soul set up, until you have a field set up, and against decks like Vague or anything like that, you're gonna have some trouble. But break ride turn is great if you get Minerva over Angelica, because a standing 23 alone is pretty great. But overall, I think this deck is tier, I guess, is the best way to put it. You can definitely tell that it's very Vanguard based versus decks that are based on powering up rear guards or anything like that, because the entire point of your setup and everything is trying to get so that Minerva is on Vanguard, ready to stand as many times as possible throughout the turns. Make sure that you have enough soul and make sure that you're not going to deck out. Alright, so that's really it. I just wanted to do a quick, really kind of potato camera version of the deck list before I go on vacation for the weekend. If you want to like our page, do whatever you guys want to do. Oh, and actually, I had a request to do a quick overview of this playmat, which was the Vanguardian's first tournament prize. I played Chaos Breaker and won, but got a custom mat, and John and everyone just absolutely blew me away. I've seen their mats before, but I wasn't expecting this. We have a little chibi over here. We have a whole bunch of background where you look at it like they're almost zombified. You got crazy things going on right there. You have Nakira and her dragons, cats hissing. You have a bear. This is my favorite part, though. Fedora Lion giving you the thumbs up, letting you know that everything is going to be okay. And in case you're wondering who designed it or anything like that, it was actually made by Joka Designs, and if you go to Team Double Crit 2XC, their page, you'll be able to see a ton of playmats done by them, and by far best custom playmats I've seen for Vanguard. Really original, like no cookie cutter instant playmat from 10 minutes of work. You can definitely tell that like hours were put into making these. But yeah, absolutely. Have a great day, guys.